Markets on Air, with a focus on Canada, partner for free trade. Potash is the world's most widely used industrial fertilizer, but potash reserves are slowly running out in Germany. That's why German company K+S is looking for deposits elsewhere. The company is investing some 3 billion euros in a new potash mine in Canada's Saskatchewan province. Engineer Darren Rinkiff is in charge of the German company's most modern production site. His job is to make sure that potash is extracted from its deposits 1,600 meters deep and brought up to the surface. But unlike in a conventional mine, Rinkiff doesn't use hundreds of workers to do that. All he and his small team of engineers need is water and heat.
For us in a solution mine, we use wells like this to access the ore underground. So we pump water down one well, which dissolves the salt in the potash underground, and then it returns up another well, and from there it's pumped back to the processing plant.
In the new mine, the world's 5th largest manufacturer will produce up to 3 million tons of potash per year.
This project represents the future for K+S. Saskatchewan has a lot of potash resource, and it represents the opportunity for K+S to exist for a long time in the future as a mining company.
And in that future, K+S wants to be seen as a company that cares not just about profits, but also about the environment. The company is giving millions of dollars to Canadian environmental groups to help them offset the impact of mining on water and grassland habitats. Back at the mine, Darren Rinkiff takes a look at the final product, crystallized potash, extracted from the brine that his pumps have brought to the surface. For him, it's mission accomplished. By the end of August, the first shipment of potash was shipped off to Vancouver on the Pacific coast. It's another milestone in the K+S strategy to remain a global player.
590 million euros a year. That's how much European companies are expected to save through the CETA free trade agreement between the EU and Canada, according to the European Commission. CETA went into effect provisionally on September the 21st. Since then, 98% of all tariffs have been scrapped. In addition, the pact makes it easier for firms on both sides of the Atlantic to bid on public contracts. For the EU, the free trade agreement with Canada also serves as a model for negotiations with other countries, such as Japan and even the UK, following Brexit.
Looking to the future. Despite the ongoing diesel emission scandal that's dogging the German auto industry, there was no looking back at this year's International Motor Show in Frankfurt. Car makers presented their luxury models along with concept cars for autonomous driving and the latest in electric vehicles. There seemed to be no shortage of ideas, as the German Chancellor noted in her address.
It's clear that German industry offers an attractive and extensive range of products in the supply segment, along with our classic automotive manufacturers, of course, who are rapidly adapting to changing times.
Customers, too, are as eager as ever to buy the latest models. In the first half of the year, 39 million new cars were sold around the world, an increase of 3.5%. Japan saw the biggest sales increase, followed by Russia, where the automobile market is making a comeback. The EU saw similar growth as in China, even though China has the world's largest market share of new car sales. The United States now has the second largest market, although car sales actually dropped in the first half of the year. Even if some things struck visitors as a little strange, the future is slowly but surely making its way to the automobile industry.
Interconnected. Networking was a major topic at this year's IFA Consumer Electronics Fair in Berlin, especially networking at home. A number of companies presented apps, for instance, that allow users to remotely adjust their home lighting, a good way to ward off burglars. Many manufacturers presented their latest smartphone models as well, equipped with cameras like this one that take 3D photos that can later be printed out in 3D. And once again this year, it was drones that took center stage at the fair.
German-French merger. The makers of German and French high-speed trains are joining forces. The train-making division of Germany's Siemens Corporation is merging with its French rival Alstom. The merger will create the world's second-largest train manufacturer behind China's CRRC. Siemens was long considering a merger with Bombardier, but it backed out at the last minute amid worries of the Canadian company's financial stability.
Saxony-Anhalt. In terms of size, it's the 8th largest federal state in Germany. Population-wise, it's the 10th largest. About 2,300,000 people live here. Saxony-Anhalt is a young state with a long industrial tradition. Among its top 100 companies, 66 are industrial firms, many headquartered in the state capital Magdeburg and the city of Halle. The food industry is the state's strongest sector. The top firm here is sparkling wine and beverage maker Rotkäppchen Mumm. Baked goods manufacturer Kati is also located here. So is the production of Hallorenkugel chocolates. Meat processing firm Tönnies is the state's largest industrial employer. The next biggest sector is chemicals, located mainly in and around the cities of Leuna and Bitterfeld. Then come mechanical engineering and the metals industry, with 9 companies located here. Nature lovers know Saxony-Anhalt for its Harz National Park, which contains northern Germany's highest mountain, Mount Brocken. And the town of Quedlinburg, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracts tourists from all over the world. And that was Markets on Air.